Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
A good evening to you, all our viewers. Thank you for joining us once again on the Alternative Dig Talk. This is your wonderful program, the Diaspora Link. Nzo mwerezao natera Nixon Segawa, nzizo kubanga nkwanjulira program ya fenganzi, program ya fenunji, program je twateekawo okubanga eyogera ku nsonga z'abana Uganda, baganda baffe bannyinaffe, bakwano baffe bonna abawangalira wabweru w'eggwanga. Tuli ba mukisa nnyo olunaku lwa leero. Tulina omutwe gwe tugenda okubanga twogerako. Nkimanyi bangi kuffe naddala ffenna abana Uganda waliwo amawanga g'oloota era g'obeerawo nga buli lunaku weesunga nti luliba olunaku olwo nange nenninnya ennyonyi neŋŋenda ne mpangaalira mu mawanga ago. Amawanga ago agamu ku go ly'eggwanga erya United States of America. Many people want and many people love and they really cherish. They do whatever it takes. They say, I don't want to leave Earth not until I step my feet in the US. And that is because of a lot of things that have been spoken about US. Now today, we are so much privileged. Tugenda kuba twogera ku nsonga ezo zennyini ze tuteekeddwa okuba nga tumanya mu bulamu buli eri obwe US. Omutwe gwe tugenda okuba nga tukwatako gugamba nti, is life in US, is it life on earth as it is being portrayed? Kye tugenda okuba nga tulaba. Naye nga tetunnaba kutandika tuddamu nateera nga tweyongerayo okuba nga tukuza olunaku olwa Mukenenya. Njagala okwongera okubategeeza nti newankubadde bingi bikoleddwa okuba nga tulwanisa era nga tufufuggaza akawuka kaneeno, naye njagala okutegeeza n'okujjukiza nti akawuka kakyaliwo era kakyali gw'olinaanye oyo oyinza okuba nga tomumanyi era saagala omukebeze maaso. Yensonga lwaki oteekeddwa okufaayo okulaba nga weekuuma gwe wekka. Bw'oba tosobola kwerekereza bya mukwano, nkusaba okozesa akapiira akakuuma obulamu. Bwe kiba nga kigaanidde ddala, fuba nnyo. Erimu abafumbo njagala okubakubiriza nti mugende mu maaso mubeere beesigwa. Be faithful. To the youth who are not yet married, please, abstinence is the best. Abstinence is the best for you. Yes, mu studio olwaleero sirimu nzeka, ndimu ne Muna-Uganda, ng'era ffenna bwe tuli abana-Uganda. Muna-Uganda ono nga awangaalira mu United States of America. Ono ye president w'abana-Uganda abawangaalira n'ababakolera mu California. Omukyala Suzan Naloongo. Tuli ba mukisa okuba naye olunaku lwa leero. Kamusabe yeyanjule ayogereko gye tuli.
Mbalamusiza nnyo abatulaba abatuuliriza. I'm so blessed and honored to be here. I want to thank the Diaspora Link for giving me an opportunity to come and share with you. My name's Suzan Naloongo, the President of the Ugandan Community in California. Thank you.
Yes, tukwaniriza Naloongo, tukwaniriza. Webale kubanga okkiriza. Bwe twafunye omukisa ne tutegeera nti Naloongo mwali, ne tusalawo ne tugamba katukozesa omukisa guno eno okubanga tumukyaza. Omukyalo ono nga babanyonyodde ye president w'Abannayuganda bonna abawangaalira e California. Ono nno tumuyozaayoza kubanga nateera yaddamu n'alondebwa ku kisanya kye ekyokubiri mu mwezi ogw'omukaaga. In June 2021, she was re-elected as the president. Akalulu ako twakafollowinga, twakagoberera, era ekyamazima kaalimu pressure nene, naye tumuyozaayoza okuba nti yasobola okubanga akawangula. Omukyalo ono gwe tukuleetedde nate olunaku lwaleero yakawangula award eyitibwa Global African Award. Eno yamuweebwa mu Durban mu South Africa. Award eno kikulu nnyo kubanga baali bamusiima olw'emirimu gy'asobodde okubanga akola naddala okuyamba ba diaspora oba okuyamba Abannayuganda abali wabweru w'eggwanga. Nkimanyi nti tulina omuntu omutuufu awangaalidde mu US okumala ebbanga eriwerako. Tukimanyi nti California kye kitundu ekimu ekisingamu Abannayuganda abangi naddala ababa bagenze mu US abasinga gye basinga okuwangaalira. So gwe tulina muntu munene nnyo era constituency ye nnene ddala. Bwe twabadde tulowooza ku mutwe gwaffe ne tulaba nga ye muntu omutuufu ddala okubanga gwe tukyaza abeere ng'ayogera ku nsonga zino zennyini. Kale ngenda musaba ayogereko naffe gye tuli. Kubulamu, how is life in the US? How do you view that life? That narrative that has been painted that it's heaven there. What's your take on that?
Thank you, Mr. Nixon.
Yes.
Yes, is life in US heaven on earth? Very interesting question. And the topic, you know, it sounds as if it's something different, but it's a very good topic. And I appreciate you guys, you know, for picking up such a topic. Is life in US heaven on earth? So do Uganda or Africa is heaven on earth. You know, USA or America, it's a country, it's a nation, you know, like any other countries, any other continent, any other place on the earth. And I think it's what people do in America that makes it to look like heaven. And I think it's also up to us where we live, places we live, you know, we can make those places look heaven on earth. Yes.
So in all that you are trying to say that US is not heaven as we think?
It might be heaven, yes. As Americans say that it's a land of opportunity, definitely. We can't compare America to other countries, you know. I mean, we know that it's a #1 country in the whole world. You know, it has good things and bad things, but yes, as people might think it's heaven on earth, it might be, but again, any country, any nation can be heaven on earth. Yes.
Any country, any nation can be heaven on earth.
Yes.
So even Uganda is heaven on earth?
Of course, of course. You know, I don't know, maybe it's because of my background.
Yes.
You know, I come from a Christian family.
Okay.
And I grew up knowing God and loving Jesus and going to church and all those things. So I believe that those things have shaped me to see the good things in everything. Especially, you know, we tend to look at bad things, but, you know, in everything there is, I think, a good thing, even in bad things. So Uganda, yes, Uganda can be heaven to us, to you guys, because you live in Uganda. Actually, I should ask you guys, is Uganda heaven on earth? For me, as a leader in diaspora, I always love to, you know, promote my country. Despite of whatever is happening, there is, you know, none of us is perfect.
Okay.
So do our leaders. But I believe that when we don't promote or see or talk about negative stuff, bad things, and promote love, promote peace, promote good stuff, then we can make that place a better place. We can make that country, that nation, a better country, a better place. So, yes, Uganda is heaven to Ugandans.
Okay.
Yeah, it's heaven to Ugandans because this is your country, this is my country. So, yes, we live in America. It's we are foreigners.
Okay.
Some of us can be both. We have dual citizenship. But again, we are Africans, we are Ugandans. We are Ugandans at birth, which is very, very important. So, yes, Uganda is heaven on earth.
So, as people are doing everything possible, everything humanly possible to travel to the US, you are telling them, please settle down here. Is that your message to them?
Of course, no. Like we said, America is a country of opportunity, right?
Okay.
So, you or me, okay, let me talk about me.
Okay.
When I was born, I didn't know that I would go to America. But I found myself getting a visa and going to America.
Okay.
I didn't forget where I come from. Yes, I might be an American today, but yes, I'm a Ugandan too. So, it's not about you going to America. It's about what you're going to do. It's about, a lot of people have gone for school, a lot of people have gone with their families, but again, it's what you're going to do.
So a land of opportunities, as you keep mentioning, is Uganda also a land of opportunities to people out there that they should?
I might say it's a land of opportunity to Ugandans who live here, because some of them have been, lucky. They have been blessed with so much, even blessed more than those in America.
Okay.
So, Uganda can be, a land of opportunity to those who live in Uganda, who have been blessed, who have been, who are lucky. Yes, it is a land of opportunity. But probably us who live in diaspora,
okay,
we might not see that opportunity. But the reason being that we don't live here.
But you were once here.
Exactly.
And you left, should we say you left because there were no opportunities here?
No, I didn't leave because there were no opportunities. And I believe if I had stayed, I would be still doing what I'm doing.
Sure.
Yes, it's just that, you see, there's nothing that is in America that we don't have.
Sure.
Of course, I mean, it's the first world country. Definitely, we all know that. But we can imitate those things and make our country look like America. So it's not really very hard. And that's why we should change the narrative of our mind, the mindset. Because our mindset is like, yes, America is heaven on earth. But the truth is you can make any place heaven on earth.
The truth is you can make any place heaven on earth. That's what Susan is telling us. And people here are simply telling me that she's saying so because for her she already traveled there. So she's now trying to discourage us from going there. Continue to stretch your point of us making Uganda heaven on earth.
You know what? I can't say that you come, and I can't say that you don't come to America. But this is what we do. I went in America 18 years ago. I was a young girl.
Okay.
Now I'm married with 3 children. It's not like, I'm still that young girl. But whoever, comes to America and they're Ugandans, they find us there, we make life easy for them to settle.
Okay.
So there's no way I can deny anybody. Actually, I always encourage people, try your luck. For me, I've accommodated a lot of Ugandans.
Okay.
I've helped them, and I'm still helping them because I know what it is, you know, to be in a foreign country.
Okay.
Forget about the opportunity. Yes, we are here. You know, when I was going to America, I did not even really dream, oh, I have to go to America. You know, but the opportunity came. But when I got there, I had to make sure that I make it so easy for another sister or a brother who is coming. So I encourage whoever comes. I'm the president. If you're coming to California, look for Suzan. I'll pick you up from the airport.
Okay.
I'll house you. I will feed you. I'll even preach to you.
Okay, okay. Fellow Ugandans, the youth are out there. They are really enjoying you because once they hear you telling them, come. So they are now like, I wish the presenter shares the number.
And I love the youth. I really love the youth.
Okay.
You know, I love my generation. And I always do things to empower them, to actually encourage them that, you know what, life is good. Life is what you make it.
Okay.
You know, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop, you know, visioning, you know, the life ahead.
Okay. As you are encouraging us to perhaps join you in the US and as well as staying here to pursue our dreams as well, we see a lot of people also suffering in the US. How is life there?
Yes, like I said, any place can be heaven on earth. You see, people think in America, everything is just, you know.
As you see those pictures, those people, I know they are staying in California.
Yes.
That is the wildest place where many people stay out on the streets.
That's
a lot of
true.
people are homeless.
That's true.
And that's where you come from.
That's where I come from, excuse me. Very sad, very sad. Even us who live there, we wonder why. Why do California has the most, you know, homeless people?
Population.
You know, I took my kids to Dallas for the first time. And as we were driving around, they said, Mommy, I think we should move to Dallas. And I'm like, why? They said, you know, they don't have homeless people. So as we were driving around, they did not see any homeless. Yet in California, everywhere we go, we have homeless people. But our prayer is for the, you know, for the state of California to look into that issue of homeless.
Okay.
And for me, I don't think that they are lacking the finance, or they are lacking the, you know.
Is it life being so expensive, that area, that makes people not to afford a home? Because once I was Googling, I saw that if you need an apartment of 2 rooms, you'll have to pay 8 million a month.
80 million what?
That's 8 million Ugandan shillings a month. Isn't that life being expensive?
Yeah, I think life is expensive, depends on where you live. And I believe there are some places which are affordable in California or in America. And, you know, it's the same as here in Uganda. There are places that are very expensive. There are places that people can't afford. But there are also places that people can afford.
So you mean to say there are places that are affordable in California, but people just choose to sleep in tents outside?
Okay, most of homeless people are people who are on drugs. You know, people who don't work, people who are sick, but most of them are drug addicted people. So it's not like they can't find a place or they can't work, but it's that even if they find a place or home, they can't live there alone.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is where the government has to come in and do something for the homeless.
Okay. So as a community leader, as a community president, are there Ugandans also putting up on the streets? Oh, someone told me that since life is a bit expensive there, those that you see on the streets are the Africans, are the Ugandans. So are you leading people who are sleeping on the streets?
Actually, no. Yes, the answer is no. We don't have Ugandans living on the street, not in California, where I live. And this is what we try to do as a community.
Okay.
I don't think that we can have our sisters and brothers come in and they stay on the street. We have a website, we have people, we have a Facebook page, and I've gotten a lot of people who go and write on Facebook asking for help, asking for, where can I get a Ugandan community? Where can I get a Ugandan brother or sister? So I don't really believe that we have some homeless Ugandans on the street.
So you are saying that you try to accommodate them in the houses that you people have?
Definitely. What we do actually for those people who come in, we try to, house them, look for some jobs for them. We have people who have, businesses, and yes, there's certain things I won't say on the camera, but we really accommodate them.
Okay.
We definitely try to find some jobs for them.
So you are saying that as we see those pictures of people putting up on the streets, they are not our brothers and sisters. They are.
The answer is no. Those Americans.
Those are Americans.
Those Americans. Those Americans. Yes. And we have some issues sometimes. We tend to have those, people come in and they decided to go other way, do things that might, make them end up in a situation that is not good. We can get those young people who decide to go on drugs, but we look for them.
Okay.
We look for them, we encourage them, we, tell them, this is not good for you. Then we say, help them by finding a job for them, a comfort home.
So
Take
you
them
mean,
to
you
church.
mean to say there are Ugandans that you have rehabilitated off drugs?
Yes, and you know what? It's also a problem because drugs, it's not for only Americans.
Oh, yeah.
Drugs is for everybody. So if we identify our Ugandans, brothers or sisters, definitely we try to bring them, talk to them. I mean, we are not, as much as we're in America, but we have a culture. We have a foundation, a background whereby there are certain things we won't allow our fellow sisters and brothers do in our face.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I see time is moving and it's really moving so fast. And we have a lot that we shall be discussing. We have seen a lot of black people being killed in the US by the whites. How do you cope up with racism?
Yeah, racism. Racism is everywhere. Even, I don't know how I can call it, but it's actually very sad that we thought that, Africans or Ugandans are not racist. But, it's even very sad for me to talk about it, talk about white people or, versus black African Americans versus white Americans. It's very sad to talk about that, yet we have it in our own communities. Yes, so it's actually very sad that the things we are promoting right now in diaspora as Ugandans, it's hate, division, and tribalistic.
So you mean to say that as we are condemning racism the other side, we are also exporting racism that side? Big time,
and I think that's very, very sad. It has really put us back instead of, us moving forward, doing exploits, doing great things, instead we are lagging there because of such things, because of tribalistic. This one is not a Muganda, this one is a Munyankole, this one is a Rwandese, this one is a, those kind of things. So we got to a level of starting now to divide through that sentiment of, tribal racism.
So nga tulwanagana n'okubanga tuboolebwa abazungu kyoyagala okugamba nti ebimu ebizibu mu community ye California gy'osanze byebizibu by'okubanga ate tweyawula mu madiini mu mawanga mu byobufuzi kyogezaako okugamba.
Yes sebo kubanga ekintu ekyo kituzizza nnyo emabega nga abannayuganda. Actually, let me talk about the Ugandans. Abannayuganda, not only in California, not only in America, but maybe other countries. But I'll talk about America. We are very, very divided. Tweyawuddemu nnyo. Yes, amadini, people have their own belief, in the region, but ngaffe abannayuganda tweyawuddemu nnyo nti otuuka awo n'osanga nti bano Baganda, bano Banyankole, bano Batooro, bano Balango.
Mbadde manyi bamugenda eyo muba kyekimu era muddamu ne mweyawula.
Exactly. Kyekyo kyenkugamba nti kituleetedde obuzibu bungi obutabeera wamu, obutakola bintu kuzimba ggwanga lyaffe, obutakola bintu kuyamba Baganda baffe betwaleka emabega, obutakola bintu kumanya nti tuli mu America, ffenna tuli bannayuganda. N'osangira ddala nga tweyawuddemu, kwegamba tetweyagala, tetwetrustinga, kituleetedde nnyo obuzibu nnyo naddala mu America, mu ggwanga lya America. We are very, very divided. Era my prayer is, I encourage abannayuganda bannange titulekeraawo okutunuulira ebibi byokka, because buli lw'otunuulira ekibi tosobola kulaba kirungi. Naye buli lw'otunuulira ekibi, ne Bayibuli ekyogera ti mu bibi byonna tulabamu ekirungi kimu. Oyagale munno, mukolagane. So bwe tubeera nga tetusobola kulaba kirungi mu sister muganda wo oba mikwano gyo, sisuubira nti tusobola okukola bye tulina okukola.
So nga munnabyabufuzi okoze otya okugatta ebibiina binene ab'endowooza ez'enjawulo mu byobufuzi? Kubanga nkimanyi oliwo NRM bwe mba sisobezzaamu, ate nga ku kakiiko ko kuliko aba NUP bwe mba nga seerabidde. Okoze otya okubanga obagatta?
Omanyi kyanaku nnyo omuntu okugamba nti oli NRM, oli NUP, nga nze nina an organization wano ey'abaana abalina autism. Ekibiina kino nakiggulawo mu 2015 nga sinnayingira na mu byabufuzi oba kugamba nti ngenda kubeera leader wa Ugandan Community in California. Naye lwakuba nti nalaba need ey'abaana bano nti oba bintu byenkolamu wali bwe najja e Uganda mikwano gyange abasinga balina abaana abo, kati bwe nalaba yo need ne ngamba tuyina kye tusobola okukola ku knowledge gye nnyina wano nsobola ogitwala eka ne tuyamba Baganda baffe n'abaana baffe. Naye ekintu ky'okuba nti NUP ne NRM.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Tufunye akube simu. Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Who are you and where are you calling from?
I'm called Stella. I'm calling from KIU here.
Yeah, your name again?
I'm called Stella.
Stella from KIU. Yes, Stella.
Yes, I'm calling from KIU University. I want to thank you for bringing us that guest, and I want to thank her for the discussion. We are indeed learning a lot.
Thank you.
Especially us who would love to travel to US. But I have a question for her. Would she mind telling us if there is any easy strategy one can use to get a US visa? Because most people have really tried to get those visas and it is really difficult or nearly impossible. As you get them, we'll tell you a long story. It is difficult. We do not know whether ebimubi batugamba means or truth. So we would really love to hear her side about that. Are there any specific strategies one can use for them to get a US visa in any way. Otherwise, thank you for the show.
Okay, Stella, thank you so much. I was really waiting for such a question to come from the callers. You can also call on 0789 017 145, 0789 017 145, or 0759 101 323. Again, 0759 101 323. Suzan, omukubi omuwulidde akubuuza nti nga bwe watunyonyodde nti obulamu mu US kituufu, there are a number of opportunities there. N'otugamba newankubadde watukubiriza naffe tufube okufuula Uganda yaffe heaven on earth, tusobole okujagaza abalala. Abuuza nti waliyo akakodyo konna? Watugambye nti nno oyamba ku bannayuganda okuba nga bagenda e US. Okozesa kakodyo ki okubayamba? Stella ayinza okuba omu ku abo abeetaaza okuba nga bayambibwa. Kakodyo ki? Banoonyeza visa zibabuze.
Actually, ndowooza wawulidde bubi, saayogedde nti nina nyamba bannayuganda okugenda ebweru.
Oyamba bamaze kujja eri.
Weebale nnyo. Bw'oŋŋamba nti Suzan nzija enkya ne bwe mba
Stella omumazeemu amaanyi.
Nedda, my sister Stella, thank you for appreciating me. I'm very honored. Naye ebintu bino nakyogeddeko ne ŋŋamba nti abamu baba lucky. Amazima amatuufu omukisa gwe gwina okubeerawo. Because abantu bangi banoonyeza visa ne zibabula. Naye ate waliwo abo abazze. Kati twebuuza bo baakola batya. Abamu balina ebisaanyizo byonna, abamu balina ssente ku account, naye bajja batya. Nga nze nali siina invitation, nali siina bank account. All I had is an address. Naye olw'okubanga ye Mukama yategeera nti ndigenda mu America, yateekawo omuntu eyanyamba. So Stella, waliwo omuntu, if it's your prayer, let me tell you, waliwo omuntu Katonda gw'ajja okuleeta akutwale mu America. Don't really worry so much.
Omuntu oyo yandiba ggwe?
Definitely. Yandibanze, you know, kubanga tomanya Katonda byatutegekera. The Bible says that he knew us before we are formed in our mother's womb.
Okay.
You know, he predestined. So I believe nti Katonda amanyi plan yonna eyange, eyiyo, eya Stella. So Stella, don't even give up. Your time is coming if you are meant to be in America or to go to America.
Okay, Suzan, Uganda bagenda mu America. Biki bye bakomyewo ne batuleetera wano? Are there any expertise that they are bringing back here?
Yes, I would say yes. I think there are some people who are really working, you know, in different categories. And I believe, you know, yes, like me, if I was able to initiate, you know, the autism foundation, I think there are other people who have done also a lot. Now this is a non-profit organization or whatever it is, you know, but I believe there are also other businesses really. Uganda bebali mukola okuleeta wano. So I encourage, you know, my fellow Ugandans.
Okay.
Okuleeta ebintu wano. Ebigenda okuyamba eggwanga. Of course I believe nti omanyi wayogedde ku kintu kya NRM ne NUP.
Awo.
Tukyekwasiza nnyo.
Waliwo n'abadde abuuza nti divisions mweze ziri eyo. Zivudde ku ki?
Division zivudde ku ekyo kyennyini ky'ogambye ekya NUP ne NRM. Omanyi omuntu ayinza okusalawo n'agamba omanyi nze ngenda kuwagira kino ekibiina ngenda kuwagira kino. Tulina ebibiina biwerako mu America, tulina aba Republicans, tulina aba Democrats. Omanyi ogenda n'olaba oluusi ebintu n'ogamba nze ndi mu Democrat, omulala Republican, naye tebibaleetera butawuliziganya.
Kyoyagala ogamba nti ebyobufuzi mu US tebibaawula nga ffe bwe bitwawudde?
Tebisobola no, because buli muntu alina choice y'okuwagira ekibiina ky'ayagala. Naye nze kye neebuuza, my question is, what have you done for that party you think you belong? What have you done What have you done for the people of your party? What have you done for, for your country? So it's just not NUP or NRM. Those are just words to me. And I really believe in action and what we do, because it's not the title that is going to define who you are. It's what you do that is going to define what you are.
So okozotyo bagata naddala California.
It's my prayer. Nganze, I cannot do it. Naye mmanyi nti ebikolwa byange n'abalala bijja kutuleetera okumanya nti what? I think leka tugezeeko okukolagana n'ensi yaffe. Katugezeeko okukola ebirungi ebyo. Kankubulire bwe tukola ebirungi Katonda atujjukira. Bwe tukola ebirungi
Katonda atujjukira. Olowooza nti mwe baganda baffe si mmwe abatufeerinze okubanga tumakinga Uganda heaven on earth, kubanga bwe mugenda eri tubasuubira okugenda muyige mukomewo mutuyambe okufuula Uganda a better place, better than, or perhaps better than the US you are staying in.
Ekyo kituufu nnyo. Let me tell you, we have failed. Probably, the government also have failed somehow, but we have all failed, okay? But us who are in diaspora, I think we stand a big chance of making Uganda a better place if we don't just keep talking about the bad stuff, bad things about the government, because I don't think at the end of the day, it's going to help us. It's, like I said, for me, let me tell you what motivates me. It's the good I do.
Okay.
The right I do. I might not be perfect, but the good, the right thing I do encourages me, empowers me to actually do more and to have faith and hope that the best is yet to come.
Okay. We understand that one of your roles as community leaders is to find opportunities so that you inform government of such opportunities and Ugandans take up such opportunities. Are there jobs that you've created for Ugandans in California?
Actually, my leadership role as a president, this is a volunteer work we do.
Okay.
It's a volunteer work. No one is paying us. But because, like I said, I want to make the next generation a better place. I want to make my children feel comfortable in the community they live in. So there's nothing really much we can say, what, I'm putting up a business for Ugandans. But Ugandans have really come up with different businesses. And as, we move forward, I really thank God that we have been able to open up so many businesses in California, but even in other states. So what I really, this time I was, I was very strong on promoting Uganda in tourism, and I've been sharing it. And I think it's our responsibility, it's upon us to do such things. If we have the opportunity, we live in California, I think we can sit down and think, how can we make Uganda better? How can we promote the tourism of Uganda in America? How can we sell our country to these white people? How can we make them love Uganda? Okay. How can we convince the investors to come and visit Uganda? So those are the things I'm thinking about, that can help us to make Uganda a better place.
Okay, thank you, and you keep watching. Don't please log out. Keep watching. I'm really seeing a lot of comments, and people are really appreciating you and thanking you. Someone is saying, Okelo Kennedy, if we are to succeed by imitation, we must deliberately send our best out there, just like Singapore did. Remember when you talked about imitating the US?
Right.
So this person is saying that we need to send our best there. What have you done to help send our best there? I know you've told me that you are now concentrating on marketing Uganda's tourism.
Yes.
But remember, there are opportunities there. What are you doing to help Ugandans hook up with those opportunities that are in California?
You mean helping the Ugandans here, or
Yes, Ugandans here.
here, or those who are in America?
The other one is a land of opportunities, and the more we are there, the more we get, the more better we are. Not so?
So you mean helping you guys to go?
Yes. Is there anything? Is it something that the community is thinking of?
Okay, let me say, I think when we have those programs, you know, like when I was in South Africa,
Yes.
let me talk about it briefly. We were different leaders, you know, who live in diaspora, but who are initiating something back in our countries. And one lady is a South African. She's a professor in the University of New Jersey. And this is what she decided. She's going to try and negotiate with her university to the South African university to bring in at least 20 students every year. So those are the things we are looking at. Also, you know, how can we do that as Ugandans, you know, in California on diaspora? How can we initiate those opportunities so that our sisters and brothers in Uganda can benefit? You know, for me, I'm so proud of what I do here.
Okay.
You know, helping those children with autism, you know, helping the mothers who are helpless, you know, the children, you know, the therapy we give them. So I believe that there are also other Ugandans who are really trying to do such a thing. And my, you know, I'm not begging, but I'm asking that if every Ugandan can look at how can I make Uganda a better, even if it's one person. You know, I know that there are so many ways that we can do that. But if we still have that mentality, the mindset of bringing politics, Ugandan politics in America, then we can't do it. Then we can't do it. Let me tell you, we cannot, you know, politics cannot work if we are looking at doing something good for our people, for our, you know, if we talk about the government, leave the government alone, but we have sisters, we have brothers, we have cousins. What are you doing for those children? What are you doing for your sister who is struggling with a child who's struggling? You know, I think we can begin with that. And then we can also initiate those big, you know, vision and, you know, wherever it is.
Yes, our government is looking at creating a diaspora economy. How are you organizing the diaspora to better our economy back home?
We are trying, you know, I'm talking now on my behalf.
Yes.
And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I would ask the government to work with us because we are ready to work with them. There's no way we can promote whatever we want to promote or make Uganda, you know, a better country when the government is not with us. So I encourage the Ugandan diaspora, you know, Ugandans in diaspora to work together. You know, I would emphasize on just looking at good stuff. Of course, there are bad stuff. America has good and bad. We shouldn't even, you know, deny that. We all know. So let us not, you know, ponder on just Uganda being the worst country ever. You know, let me give you this quick testimony.
Yes.
On our Ugandan independence, like I said, we are divided. People, you know, some people choose not to come because they are noob. But there is this African-American guy who has a big orphanage here in Soroti. You know, I invited him through a friend of mine. And when he came, he said one thing that touched my heart. He said that I love Uganda because it loved me.
Okay.
I love Uganda because it loved me. It loved him in a way that they opened a door for him to be able to give to those, you know, children, families that are unprivileged.
Okay.
And this is African American, not connected to anybody or to the whatever it is. You know, people think to do good stuff here, you have to be connected to the NRM. That is not true. You know, doing good has to be in your heart. I don't think that you can fail to do good when you have good intentions inside of you.
Okay, okay. You can also pick that phone of yours and call us on 0789 017 145 or 0759 101 323. And you will also discuss together with us. I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Rogers is saying, California houses the Silicon Valley that is a center of technology and giant billion-dollar companies. How have you as a leader lobbied for Ugandans or Uganda as a country to benefit from that? I think it takes us back to the question that I was still asking you, that once you get to a place and you discover there are a number of opportunities, I believe it would be better for you to run back and you are like, come, brothers, sisters, come, let's enjoy the opportunities
Definitely.
there. So someone is asking, with all those multi-billion-dollar companies in California, have you lobbied for Ugandans to go there and benefit?
You know, you're talking about Ugandans to go there. You're not even talking about Ugandans who live there.
Okay.
So if Ugandans live there, have not logged into that, how can we even initiate, how can we help our brothers and sisters here on the ground to come and enjoy what we don't have?
So you mean Ugandans in California are not enjoying work in such big companies?
Of course, those who are there, they're enjoying it. But the question is, how can you empower, right, our fellow Ugandans here to enjoy or be part of that opportunity?
Okay.
First of all, we are looking at education. And this is what I told you. Once we are together, we can do much. Once we are together, we can be able to go into those companies and talk to them. We have 6 children.
So the division has hindered you from benefiting?
Definitely. It has, but again, like I said, we shouldn't give up. We should continue, to believe and do what it needs us to do so that we can, better our country or ourselves. So if we are going to continue, the reason why I talked about the tourism, this is something that can bring us together. This is something that we can promote and initiate in those white people. Go to San Francisco, Silicon Valley, talk to those guys. Come and visit Uganda. Come and build this in Uganda. But how can we do it when we're just, you try to initiate something good, someone is pulling you down. Someone is talking ill about you. You understand? So I was still telling you that we were celebrating the Ugandan independence. This is a Ugandan independence. But someone is like, no, don't go there. Those are NRM. But independence is for all of us.
Okay.
It's not just for NRM or NUP or FDC. So really, you can see where
was a boycott?
Yes, they did.
Is it because they don't believe in government back home?
Of course they don't, and they're sick and tired of the government in home. I mean, the government here. They talk ill stuff about it.
So that affects you lobbying for...
Exactly, because every time you try to do something good, someone is bringing you down. Someone is not appreciating. That negative energy. The Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree? So we are in a foreign country, but we can't agree. Do you think that we can do, much? We cannot do much, but it does not mean that we can't do better. For me, I believe that there are some people who believe like me, and those few people are ready to continue to do the good.
Okay. You can keep on sending your comments. Kim Solome is also saying, he's even laughing it off and saying, reality is, there abroad is hell. It's only financial benefits, but that benefits are working back home. All they lose homeland and concentrate there. Okay, he's trying to say that the only benefits that are out there is the financial benefits. What are the job opportunities that Ugandans are enjoying out there? Because you are telling us that they can't work in these multi-billion-dollar companies. Where are Ugandans working?
No, I'm not saying that they don't. Actually, we have a lot of Ugandans in corporate America.
Okay.
We do have, who have decided to focus on that, okay? Because they're sick and tired of the division of people fighting each other instead of working together. So the question is, again, how can we bring those people, together? How can we bring those people into that working, a place, into loving their country, into saying, you know what, no matter what it is, let us promote our country. Let us try to make Uganda a better place. So those people are there in corporate America. It's not that they're not there, but they decided to not get involved. They're comfortable where they are. I would say that if it's not your calling or your passion, you don't even get involved into this so-called leadership, the community leadership, whereby no one pays you. But for me, because of my children, actually, it has really pushed me to do more. And as they grow up, I'm raising 3 men in California. Moreover, there's so much, challenges. But because of what I do, and they're watching and they're appreciating me, actually gives me an opportunity to keep hoping and doing more.
Okay, as we are coming towards the end of our program this day, you talked about looking forward to promote Uganda's tourism. Talk more about it.
You see, like every time you go somewhere, there's something new you pick. It was my first time to go to South Africa, and I believe that there is a lot of opportunity in Africa as a continent. So when I came to Uganda, I was like, okay, we've been doing so much, but we haven't really promoted tourism. I would say California because that's where I live. We haven't promoted tourism in California. So I tried to talk to different people. I even met the Minister of Tourism, and I have my document written. And I'm ready to promote, and it's very exciting. Every time I was reading it, I would see now Uganda being promoted, Uganda being marketed on another global level. So it's really what motivated me, because I saw a lot of tourists in South Africa.
Okay.
And we were talking about, it with different leaders. And they were like, why should we Africans or Ugandans or Kenyans or Rwandese, why do we have to go to Hawaii? Yet we have some Hawaii in Africa. You understand? We have Zanzibar, we have Mombasa, we have our national parks. Why can't we make those places? It goes back to our topic. UA is US. Heaven on earth. So do Uganda, because we have all those things. We can make Hawaii here. We can make those national parks.
What is failing us?
It's the structure and the system.
Is it the NRM structure, the NRM build system? Is it what structure is really failing us? But
let me tell you, like I said, NRM is just NRM is a party.
Yes,
but there are so many people.
And the belief.
Yes. But there are so many people, business people, who are not even affiliated with politics or. So we can use those people to promote what we want. Even NRM itself, listen, I don't believe that NRM is so bad that you take a product to them and they fail to promote it.
Isn't it the system that you're talking of?
Exactly, the system. But have you, for me, I've tried to, go to this office, go to this office. Yes, the breakthrough is hard. But if you keep, talking and pushing, something good will come. Things don't happen overnight.
Okay.
So let us not give up on believing that there's something good.
30 years and more down the road, things are not yet still easier.
Yeah, you see, it's the mindset again. Because, let me tell you, we should change the narrative for sure. Okay. Because 30 years, it can even be 40 years. I understand 40 years. But do you want to tell me that in those 40 years, there's nothing good in those 40 years? Or 30 years? There's nothing good? Definitely there's something good. Listen, we are in America, and we can still come back home and enjoy the little.
Okay.
There's some people who cannot even come back. So those 30 years, there's something good in it. Yet, it's not the best.
Okay.
Now, it's our responsibilities. Our generation, what are we doing to make it a better? Forget about the 30 years. So what are we doing to make it better? Actually, this is a question I'm leaving to you guys, the viewers, the listeners, the young people, the young generation. What are you doing to make Uganda a better place?
Nti kikyokola okufuula Uganda ekifo ekyeyagaza buli muntu yenna yenna. Waliwo wanene abadde abuuza ekibuuzo ng'agamba nti what happens to others who do not live in California? Do you guys extend the same help to them? Nti bwe muyamba ab'e California n'abalala nabo musobola okubawa obuyambi.
Yes, tusobola kubanga mu buli state mulimu ba leaders.
Okay.
So bwe tukuŋŋaana nga mu UNA, that's Uganda North America Association, ekibiina ekitugatta ffenna bali mu America ne Canada, North America ne Canada, tumanyaganya. Bwe wabeerayo kati tuyinanga immigration guide. Omwana we bamuyita Mpiima ali Seattle, yabeeranga California, naye agezaako okuyamba abantu abali mu state zonna. So ebyo ebintu bye twagala okuba nga tuwulira abantu baffe bye bakola, baganda baffe, nti tusobola okuyambagana n'abo abali mu states endala. Kati nga juzi twakoze endangamuntu, registration aba California, era njagala kwebaza nnyo gavumenti ya Uganda, era kankyogere wano ku mpewo, nkyogere nti gavumenti ya Uganda yatuleetedde abantu ne bawandiika, abantu ne bafuna endangamuntu.
Bazifunye physically?
Okay, bazze ne tuba registeringa, ne tulaba ebisaanyizo. Kati actually this first week of December, bagenda okuba nga bazireeta e DC Embassy, okubanga basobola ozifuna. Abantu basanyuse nnyo. Kati olaba bye bintu ebyo ebimu bye twagala okuwulira. Titweyamba tutya.
Babojja wano muyita mu buzibu ky'okufuna ndagamuntu kubanga nga mu celebrate nga tuteekeddwa omumanya kizibu ki kye mbadde mufuna mu kufuna ndagamuntu.
No, anti endangamuntu olina okujja wano gifuna, ate abamu tujja nga tudduka tuddayo obudde tebumala. Naye kati baatuleetedde buli kimu, ne batuleetera abo abantu ne balaba, kati ng'e California nga I verify abantu bange ne bagamba bano batuuze, yes, bamemba baffe ne babawa endangamuntu. Abantu bazizza nnyo gavumenti. So kyembadde nkugamba nti tukyalinayo hope nti n'ebintu ebirala bijja kutereera.
Oyogeddeko ku UNA. Abantu bangi bawulira buli mwaka UNA lwafuuka luyimba. Waliwo wanene abadde abuuza nti what is the criteria and basis for one to be part of the annual UNA conference? Abantu babeera beesunga UNA.
UNA naffe tubeereyo nga tugyesunga. Kubanga twegatta lumu mu mwaka. Ne tulaba bannaffe be tutalabangako, gavumenti neweereza abantu, naye UNA kibiina kitugatta. So UNA kibiina, naye kati UNA eyo ffe ng'aba members ba UNA, ffe tulina ogikolamu kye twagala. Ffe tulina ogikolamu ebintu ebiyamba bannayuganda bonna mu America. So it's not abantu batandika okugamba nti UNA ya government. Era bamu
nagikulirawo NRM.
Kati ekyo nakyera era bwe bagamba munne kubanga bwebanga wamma ekibiina.
Tukulamusiza president wa UNA.
Ekibiina bwe kibeera nga bakigambye kya government, era ne president alina okuba nti ki abantu nga bwe bagamba. Naye omanyize.
Okay, tufunyeyo mukulu w'essimu.
Hello.
Yes, hello. What's your name and where you are calling from?
This is Asimwe.
Yes, Asimwe.
calling from Chengera. Now, a quick one to our guest, and thanks, Praise, for the show.
Thank you.
When in regards to the UNA conference, as people have tried hard to even get near invitations in ARM yachefunzo obukokola bwanga bukokola. So is there, does she have any specific strategy kubucha abantu abalondebwa abajjayo naddala nnyo nga bavanga mu Uganda eno okugendayo okwattendinga conference eyo naye obukokola okyaka bukirako n'obuyondo buyitiridde.
Okay. Asimwe ndowooza era y'omu yabadde ayise erudde eri okubanga ayagala ensonga eyo nga tonnava mu studio muneeno omubuulire waliyo obukodyo nti NRM ejjudde obukokola babakuba obukokola baleme kugenda mu lukuŋŋaana olwo lwa UNA. Ye biki ebibeerayo ennyo?
Kambabuulire ekirala abantu boogera ku UNA teboogera ku UNA causes. Tutuuse ku level ey'okubanga tuli divided tulina ebyo ebibiina. Kati UNA causes ogiwulira it's against UNA tekkiriziganya na UNA. Okiraba kakati UNA teyina bukwakkirizo gavumenti teyina bukwakkirizo bwetaddewo nti abantu baleke genda mu UNA. Okitegeera actually lwakuba nti kakati bino ebibiina ebizaalibwa byebyonoonye opportunity eyo y'Abannayuganda okujja mu UNA. Bakakati bo bapromotinga UNA mbi UNA ya gavumenti n'osanga nti ne kwembase bituuse abantu babamye visa. Ate nga tukimanyi nnyo kankubulire nina omwana nisi wange yajja through UNA 2019 yali mwana muto yali wano ng'akola ebintu by'abaana n'afuna opportunity ne bajja mu award kati yayongeddeyo okusoma ndowooza olaba opportunities zetufiiriza bannaffe
ne bamuwa invitation
n'agenda naye
UNA
yagenda tewalimu wadde nze nkubuulira naye abantu kye balina okutegeera NRM terina power ku American Embassy terina bw'ogendayo ng'olina ebikwogerako ebituufu bagenda kuwa visa nange invitation isobola ogikuwandiikira nga nzi UNA kyeki
kyetwagala oyongere nakyo tunyonyola
anti kati UNA nagambye kyekibiina webale nnyo naye UNA yo yokka bwe kwa invitation making American Embassy okuwa visa okujjako gwe nga weeyogeddeko ndi mwami Nixon nkola wano ngenda mu UNA kukola ABCD bareviewinga your application ne bagamba kati mwami Nixon olw'ensonga eno you're qualified. Naye there is nothing that the government has to do. Tumaze emyaka mingi nga tetulaba n'abantu bajja mu UNA aba government okujjako abatonotono ababa bazze nga bataano bana. So I don't really think nti government oba UNA erina omukono mu kugaba visa za America okujja mu convention.
So enjawukana eziri mu Bannayuganda wabweru w'amawanga zeeyongedde okubanga zitulemesa okufuna mummwe abali wabweru.
Kyekyo kituufu nnyo tweyawuddemu nnyo. It's time to come back together and serve our people in unity and in love. It's time to forget our differences, but let's come together to make Uganda a better place, to do something for the country, be part of the country, do something. I mean, for me, I thank God that I'm not looking at the negative stuff. I'm looking at the positive, things that one day, Martin Luther King, he didn't enjoy what he believed, his dream. But the children and other people did, right? Okay. So if we continue to believe and do good, the next generation will live in a better place.
If we continue to believe and do good, the next generation will live better. Tujja kusaba Suzan nate webaze ku batulabye nate rosibule.
Amina. Mwebale nnyo abatuuliriza abawandiisa ebibuuzo byammwe. Nebaza nnyo Diaspora Link, nebaza nnyo ambassador waffe H.E Walusimbi, oyo y'ambassador mu office ya President, naye abadde California emyaka mingi. Naffe twasanyuka okubanga tulina omuntu ayinza okutuyamba. Tukwebaza nnyo ssebo emirimu gy'otukolera ate n'abawuliriza mwenna mwebale kuwuliriza ate buli omu yenna akitwale nti his or she's entitled to, you know, believe that you have a purpose.
Okay.
You know, you have a purpose, and let us continue to aspire and be more.
Okay. You have a responsibility to play in making your country, in making your nation a better place. It is our responsibility to make Uganda heaven on earth. Natera omulundi omulala nsigadde omwerezaawo Nixon Segawa wano ku Alternative Digital Uganda. Real issues, real talk. Next.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.